throw this away and go again, but I'd show him the ace-jack and say, you know, if I had 2 overs on you, then good luck, but I'm not going to do it again.
Oh, the clock has been called. Liam's hand is dead.
What? The hand's dead.
Couldn't be.
He won't mind that.
He knows this. I think he's wound it up a little bit. Mad Marty Wilson, the tournament director, had called the clock on Liam Flood, and he did not act in the 30 seconds given him. His hand was dead. He did take quite a bit of time with that.
Yeah, and I'm sure he won't mind that, Jesse, because you don't want to be getting your chips in there with ace-jack.
No.
You just got to forget about it. Well, we got another chip leader, Jesse. That's 3 we've had now.
Daz Hickman must just be feeling the confidence of ages right now.
The only people I've seen wear hats like that are burglars. Oh, he's got a small mind you. He's been frying these, and you can't keep riding your luck, Jesse. You've got to throw some of these hands away.
Well, he's chip leader on the button, isn't he?
He's raising.
Raise to 18,000 total.
You know, just because he's been playing so many pots, you'd almost think that you don't want to. Wow, there's a big hand now.
Yeah.
A couple of conkers.
And just spinning it back, Fagan folded pocket 5s to a similar raise from Daz earlier, but the kings.
I'd like to see a flat call here.
12 more.
12 to call.
If he does, it'll be so dangerous.
It's king's a nice hand to flat call raise, Jesse, because you don't. It's getting you a cheap flop, because the last thing you want to be doing is playing when there's an ace on board. And if you've invested loads of chips into the pot and an ace comes, you still don't want to put the hand down. But if you only put a few chips in, ace comes on the flop, you don't mind chucking the kings away.
Daz having a long look at Daz having a long look over at Don. Yeah, and he's checked it. Free card for Hickman. He would have had to fold this on the flop if he had stuck any money in.
Well, Hickman's got to be thinking, he's re-raised me, and now he's checked. He's got to be all over the flop. You know, again, looking at it logically. And now he's coming out betting. He's got to know he's all over the flop.
14.
14,000.
You know, I guess there's a couple ways for Daz to think about it. I mean, he could say, I haven't gotten these chips. Well, I mean, not thinking about the hand, but his chip position. I haven't gotten all these chips to stick them in a pot against the tightest player at the table. I mean,
Some escapes.
I had a pair.
Did you?
I had a pair in the arm.
Yeah, he's turned over the bed.
that's the first time
Bad
Don's
flop for
showed a
flop.
hand.
He's played ace
It's a
queen,
bad flop for us.
ace king, aces and kings.
Why has he decided to show Daz
I don't
Hickman
know.
that hand? To show that he's capable of calling before the flop with a biggie, or?
Well, no, yeah, he did do that, but the way he's played the pot, I wouldn't have shown that at all.
It was a little too tricky to give away that information, wasn't it?
He's letting them know how he's played a big hand.
Yeah.
Darren has escapes, his buddies will tell him. Last time I had the aces.
I don't know what Don's up about. The funny thing about Don is he's very funny, but half the time nobody can understand him. Got a great sense of humor, though.
And Don's picked up another ace. He's flat called a big blind to see what Liam picks up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, pair of baked beans.
Yeah. This is Liam's
Raise.
chance.
Raise.
Has Don called
18
here
more.
to make a
18,000 more.
re-raise? He knows what Liam's capable of.
Yeah, of course he does.
Did not learn anything last 2 hands back.
Yeah, what he's saying is he don't believe you're going to have
Situation.
3 monsters on the spin.
Can't throw away these ones.
Can you not? No, it's tough for me too.
Well, it's the first bit of speech play we've had. It's between the 2 Irishmen. Do you think they understand what each other's saying?
I don't know, but it is interesting
Just
because
as well one of us have all the chips and we
You know, it looks like here, Jesse, that Don's going to try and make a play on him here, and he might be unlucky because he's got a big hand.
Yeah, come on.
wow.
let's give it
I
away.
think it's a great fault. It's not the first time that Liam has raised from a limped pot in the big blind tonight. He did it once before. He had ace king though and didn't show him.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I mean,
Don knows he's capable of anything, Jesse, so I think he was seriously thinking about making a move on him then.
well, 10 World Series of poker bracelets. He can give his opinion. Ken Philhelmuth.
All right, we're down to 2 semifinals. What do you want to do? Well, first of all,
you're going to be bringing your chips with you. So the final 3 players are going to advance, 3 aren't. So to me, you have to be one of those final 3 players, even if you're a bit short. So I would play a very patient game. I would play a bit of a waiting game. Now, if you have a bunch of passive players, then you can be aggressive and pick up a lot of small pots. But if it's a bunch of super aggressive players, they may force you to play a big pot when you have a big hand, which is good, or you may have to just sit on your hands for a while and come in with a short stack. That's okay. You have to play a passive style against a bunch of super aggressive guys. You have to make sure you make the final 3 or you lose with a big hand.
Ain't that just like Phil? If you're gonna go out, make sure everybody's talking about it. That seat open, of course. Ian Cox not being able to hold on. And is this table getting tighter?
King
Pass.
4 fold Don. What's Liam got? He's got nice hand, ace queen.
It's funny.
Yeah.
He's actually. I'm trying to remember which hands Liam has turned over. I don't
19,000
think
total.
he's reached the river yet tonight, but we know that he's picked up some big cards.
He's had a good old share of his cards,
Yeah.
ain't he?
Pass.
But he has raised with medium cards as well. So I think he just likes. Whoa!
Pass.
I thought he was going to make him.
I did.
I think Liam just likes to be involved, don't he? I like the way he's playing.
As you
13 if you wish to call.
He could be in trouble where she might be picking him out here. Well, she's got to be with her cards.
Call.
She's called here. Yeah, she's suspicious. Pippa has played quite a bit with Liam. Obviously, they have a history. But re-raising before the flop wouldn't have worked for her. What can she... Ooh, she's out-flopped him. Now, is she better off check-raising or fast-playing?
I don't know. If she bets, what's he going to...
20,000.
It's strong because the lead out on the flop usually looks very weak, doesn't it?
He must be thinking, what's going on here? Thing is, if he goes all in, I don't think she can call because she's got to put him on. She must put him on a pair.
You know, for all the activity Liam's had tonight,
don't-
this
yeah.
is the first time he's had a serious decision after the flop. It's a bit different here.
I don't think he'd be making any sort of moves like that myself. Oh, she's holding a donkey now.
Well, Liam's staring down at his stack. What is that answering here?
He's probably praying.
He has gotten very rigid all of a sudden, hasn't he? Is he breathing?
He's entitled to turn over a couple of big hands, Liam, the way he's been playing. You know, like I said with the ace-jack earlier. He can afford, again, to turn these over and say, you know.
I mean, it's... What must be going through Liam's head is she doesn't think I have such... Oh, what,
Pass.
that's a good pass, isn't it? She was trying to hook him there, wasn't
But
she?
they're all thinking that Liam's raising with garbage, and he ain't really. So that's why I'd half be inclined to turn him over.
Pippa Flanders, a little bit of stop and go with Liam Flood. This is my blind you're raising, Liam, she says. And looking at the leaderboard, Pippa Flanders, this, if I'm not mistaken, this is the biggest lead anyone's opened up since the game
Yeah,
started.
it took her about 45, 50,000 clear now, and sent Liam to the bottom of the pile.
Wow. 3 levels have been played. 1 player has been lost. Blinds now 5 and 10,000. And Ian, looking around this table, if you had to pick 1 player that you say is most likely to just get through to that final table, who would you pick?
Pass.
Well, I think I'd be going to Don
Pass.
Fagan, Jesse. To be honest, he's played the tightest here. He's only played 4 hands: kings, aces, ace, king, ace,
That's
queen.
cool.
So my money would be on him, I think.
Yeah, unlikely that he's going to get the chip lead looking at the action that's gone on by so far. But, you know, you said at one point earlier,
Pass.
you can't win the tournament tonight. All you can do is get to the final
You
table.
can only lose it. That's all.
Yeah.
So he's just showed again, Ace. He's more ammo to his image every hand he plays.
And
Maybe king.